Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. NBA team waited 2,047 days to beat Steph Curry. When the Houston Rockets beat the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Cup, they also ended an over 5-year wait to get their first win against Steph Curry. The Rockets took down the Warriors in controversial fashion on Wednesday, after a loose ball foul was called on Jonathan Kuminga with 3.5 seconds left on the clock. With the Dubs just 1 point ahead, 90-89, and with no foul to give, the surprising call gave Houston the opportunity to take the lead and win. Jalen Green drained the ensuing free throws, allowing the Rockets to claim the 91-90 victory. It also handed Houston its first win against the Warriors since February 20, 2020. However, it's worth noting that the Warriors were without Curry when the Rockets last beat them prior to Wednesday night. The last time Houston beat a Golden State team led by the sharpshooter was back on May 6, 2019 during the Western Conference semifinals, a series that the Dubs eventually won. Despite the long wait for the Rockets, it's still a reason to celebrate for the Houston faithful. After all, beating Curry and a battle-tested Warriors team only shows that Houston is on the rise after years of mediocrity. Of course, it remains to be seen if the Rockets can maintain their hot form and do enough to qualify for the playoffs. But based on what they have shown so far, there's reason to believe that they have transformed into legitimate postseason contenders. The Rockets improved to 17-8 on the season following their latest victory, putting them at number 2 in the West. Last season, they finished with a 41-41 record and missed out on the playoffs as the 11th seed. NBA states refs got controversial Kuminga foul right in Warriors' loss. Warriors coach Steve Kerr was heated after a questionable foul call in the final seconds of Golden State's 91-90 NBA Cup quarterfinal loss to the Houston Rockets on Wednesday, but the NBA's last 2-minute report offers an opposite argument. The league ruled that officials made the right call when they whistled Warriors forward Jonathan Kuminga for a foul on Rockets guard Jalen Green as the two scrambled to secure a loose ball with 3.1 seconds remaining in the game. In its report, the NBA states Kuminga, GSW, reaches over Green, HOU, in an attempt to get to the ball and pulls his shoulder down. Additionally, the NBA also stated officials made the correct non-call in not assessing a loose ball foul or personal foul on Rockets guard Fred VanVleet for making contact with Warriors wing Gary Payton II during the same play. The report identifies 2 calls that officials missed as well: a 5-second violation on Warriors guard Brandon Podziemski on Golden State's game-ending inbound play, and a 3-second defensive violation on Rockets forward Dillon Brooks with 1:41 left in the game. After the Warriors' loss, which eliminated them from the NBA Cup, Kerr ripped into officials for the call on Kuminga. "I've never seen a loose ball foul on a jump ball situation 80 feet from the basket with the game on the line," Kerr said. "I've never seen that. I think I saw it in college one time 30 years ago. Never seen it in the NBA. That is unconscionable. I don't even understand what just happened. Loose ball, diving on the floor, 80 feet from the basket, and you're going to give a guy 2 free throws to decide the game when people are scrambling for the ball. Just give them a timeout. Give them a timeout and let the players decide the game. That's how you officiate, especially because the game was a complete wrestling match. They didn't call anything. Steph Curry got hit on the elbow, plain as day, on a jump shot. Just clubbed right on the arm, no call. You've established you're just not going to call anything throughout the game. It's a physical game. You're going to call a loose ball foul on a jump ball situation with guys diving on the floor with the game on the line. This is a billion-dollar industry. You've got people's jobs on the line. I am stunned. I'm stunned. I give the Rockets credit. They battled back, they played great defense all night. But I feel for our guys. Our guys battled back, played their asses off, and deserved to win that game, or at least have a chance for one stop at the end to finish the game. And that was taken from us by a call that I don't think an elementary school referee would have made, because that guy would have had feel and said, you know what, I'm not going to decide a game on a loose ball 80 feet from the basket. And crew chief Billy Kennedy explained the call to pool reporter Jonathan Feigen of the Houston Chronicle after the game at Toyota Center using far fewer words. The defender makes contact with the neck and shoulder area, warranting a personal foul to be called, Kennedy said. When all was said and done, the Warriors made far too many mistakes in Wednesday's game and left the outcome in the hands of the referees. And no matter what the last 2-minute report or Kerr says, the loss remains a loss. Potential new competition in Butler trade sweepstakes shouldn't concern Warriors. Poised to make a substantial move in the coming weeks, the Golden State Warriors continue to be linked to a trade for Miami Heat star Jimmy Butler. The Warriors were mentioned alongside the Houston Rockets and Dallas Mavericks as preferred destinations for Butler in a report from ESPN's Shams Charania on Tuesday. The NBA insider added another notable team to that trio on Wednesday though, with Charania placing the Phoenix Suns as teams the 6X All-Star would be interested in. That report was met with almost immediate rebuttal from Bernie Lee, Butler's agent, in a fiery response on X, formerly Twitter. But regardless of how true the reports are, Golden State shouldn't be overly concerned on the possibility of Butler heading to their Pacific rival. Even if there was mutual interest between the Suns and Butler, orchestrating a trade would be incredibly difficult. As a team in the second apron, Phoenix can't match salaries, which means any trade for Butler would have to involve Bradley Beal. The issue with that is that Beal has a no-trade clause, allowing him to veto any potential deal even if both teams agreed. Not only should Warrior fans be unperturbed by the Suns, but they're also in a far better position than both the Rockets and Mavericks as well, according to Mark Stein and Jake Fisher. The Warriors are the best bet of the three teams mentioned to this point in connection with Butler to make a legit play for him, Stein and Fisher wrote. Golden State's does have a level of Butler interest, sources say, and remains very poised, as one seasoned informant put it, to take a swing on a significant move. Houston could make a move but have been widely noted as not wanting to make a significant in-season trade, while Dallas are far more limited than Golden State, and the fit of Butler alongside Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If the Warriors want Butler, they're in a solid spot to beat out any other rival to execute a trade with the Heat. The question is how much they want him and whether sending out Andrew Wiggins and additional role players/assets is even worth it for the 35-year-old. Butler is averaging 19 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 4.8 assists in 17 games this season, having shot 55.7% from the floor and 36% from three-point range. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Jimmy Butler? Leave your opinion in the comments.